Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're a regular visitor. If you don't know me, my name's Alison and I'm a 50-something witch living in Derbyshire, England, in a small town called Chesterfield, and I'm here to talk to you about all things witchy lifestyle, mundane lifestyle as well, and all the things that bring us great joy. And one of the things that brings me great joy is this lovely time of year, and I'm so excited that autumn's here at last. And I've tried very hard to wait for it to come, because I think that one of the things that's happening quite a lot these days is that everything's become so massively commercialized and every season's become marketable. And when you go into the shops in July, they are full of Halloween stuff and autumn decor, and I kind of think it sucks the magic out of it a little bit. And I mean, it's lovely that people want to celebrate the seasons, but I think it's important to let each season be in and of itself and to have its own time. But with that being said, the autumn equinox was last week, and I hope you had a lovely celebration if you were celebrating Maybon, as a lot of us witches do. And I feel that now autumn's time has come. So what I'm going to do this week is talk to you about my autumn favourites. Now, I've got quite a few bits and pieces to talk to you about, and some of them are old pieces, and the reason I've chosen those is because I just want to prove that you can have the same things for years and keep enjoying them. If you look after them, you can have them and enjoy them for a long time. And I do try to be very mindful when I'm buying things. I only tend to buy what needs replacing, or something that, you know, is something that we actually need. But, you know, with that being said, I still believe in the power of treating yourself to something lovely if you can afford it and if it's something that you really want. I've got absolutely no problem with people buying things that they love and are going to enjoy. It's a horrible time to be alive in a lot of places around the world at the moment, and I think if you can find joy in the smallest things, then brilliant, do it and enjoy it. But as I say, I try to buy mindfully. I try to buy things that are going to last me for a long time. So I've got a few bits and pieces together I'm going to talk to you about. I hope you'll enjoy looking at them. Where it's something that I've bought recently, or that I can remember where I got it from and how much it was, I will tell you. And the range of products I've chosen is very broad in terms of price, so I'm hoping that there are things here that everybody can afford to treat themselves to, if they're feeling like they want to buy themselves a little bit of something. I've got homeware, I've got a few decor pieces, not lots of decor, Halloween decor, because it's not time yet. But I've got, some clothing, and I've got some sweet treats and snacks as well. Some very special books that I want to talk to you about. So let's crack on. And the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is the bits of clothing that I've picked up. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is these tights. Now, if you know me well, you'll know that I'm obsessed with this particular company. They're called Snag, that's S-N-A-G, and their tights are amazing. And I've been wearing them for years, and I'll always support them because they're a fantastic company. They're so inclusive. The range of sizing is amazing, and the products are such good quality. Now, every year when their Halloween collection lands, I'm straight on it because the designs are fabulous. And this is a pair from last year, so this is not new. But these are the toadstools design, and they're just fabulous. I love these. These are my favourite ones ever, and lots of reasons I love them, but it's mainly because they're so soft and warm, and they just look fabulous with whatever you put them with. and the toadstools are actually woven in to the fabric. They're not printed on, so there's no danger of them wearing off. And I have worn these and washed them so many times, and they still look as good as when I got them last year. Now, these Snags tights are not cheap, and these came in at around £17, I think, and I know that's quite a lot of money, but to me they're a piece of clothing. They're not just tights, they are something that elevates any outfit that I put them with, and I love them. And I've checked on the website and these are not available this year, which is a massive shame. And I really hope they bring them back, because, you know, when these do eventually wear out, I will be wanting some more. So that's the first pair. But then this pair is brand new. I've not had these on yet. This is from this year's Halloween range, and this range is called Hecate. This style is called Hecate, which really spoke to me. The tights are olive green, and they have this beautiful kind of teal glittery ivy on them, and they are stunning, and I can't wait to wear these. Again, the quality is lovely. They're so soft and cozy to wear, and I'm really looking forward to those. So yeah, that's Snag tights. They're based in the UK, but they also have a warehouse in the US now, so you can buy them there too. Excuse me. So if you're in the market for tights, Snag are your people. Look them up. The next pieces of clothing that I've got, I only got these yesterday, and I've had my eye on these. Here in the UK, we have a clothing and home store called Next, and they have lovely pieces all year round. But I picked up these socks yesterday, and there are 4 pairs in the pack, and they are Halloween houses, and I just think they're absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I saw these online, but they were out of stock, so I went to our local Next yesterday and they had them, and I was so happy. And so yeah, this is a pack of 4, and they're just £10 for 4 pairs. And I wear Next socks all the time, and they wash and wear like new, so I'll get years and years of wear out of these. I'm really looking forward to wearing these. I do love a nice pretty pair of socks, you know, under jeans or leggings. They just make me really happy. So yeah, that was the next thing that I got from the clothing bit. Now, I'm a pyjamas girl. I don't wear night dresses. I love pyjamas, and I've got a couple of pairs of Halloween pyjamas that are frankly looking a bit tatty. I've had them a few years, and so I was looking to get a nice new pair, and then Mark bought these for me. Now, these are from Sainsbury's, and these are the Halloween cats and dogs design, and they're so cute, and I can't wait to wear these. And the fabric is really soft, and yeah, I think that they'll be really warm without being, you know, too much, because I am still getting quite a few hot flushes at the moment, so I don't want to be too hot, but these will be lovely. And I like the bottoms because they've got the cuffs, so they don't keep working their way up your legs while you're asleep, because that's so uncomfortable. But yeah, these are brilliant. I can't wait to wear these. Sainsbury's have some really lovely autumn and winter stuff in at the moment. There's a few other pieces that I want to show you from their homeware as we get further into this. But yeah, these were £17, and I think that these are going to last me for ages, because I mean, I'm only wearing them for like basically four weeks of the year, so they should be fine. They should last me quite a long time. So yeah, that's the clothing that I wanted to talk to you about. And the next thing I want to share with you is my homeware bits and pieces, and I'm quite excited about these. Now, the first few items of homeware that I want to show you are not new, and these are pieces that I've had for in some cases a few years, but I really look forward to getting these out every year because they're so lovely, and because they were really nice quality, they've really lasted and they still look as good as new. So as I said, I'm a firm believer in using what you've got and, you know, continuing to enjoy it. So the first piece is this amazing bath mat that I got from Asda. I think this is a couple of years old. It might be slightly less than that, but I mean, it's huge, and it's just this massive pumpkin, and it's so soft, and the colour's just so lovely. Our bathroom's only tiny, so this is almost like a carpet in there, and it's brilliant, and that's going to go down on the floor later on this evening, I think, because I think it's time. Yeah, this is fab, and I think that was about £10. It definitely wasn't any more than that, and they have got something very similar this year if you were interested in getting something like this. And I've also got, this is a towel that I got from Next that I've already spoken to you about, and this is a couple of years old. They've still got this. I did look yesterday to make sure they'd still got it. And this is fab. The pattern's kind of tufted, it's not printed on, and this is washed and washed, and I love this, and this is going in the bathroom later on as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that out again. Now, this towel is from a set that I got in TK Maxx, and yeah, it was a set of 2, and it's the Hocus Pocus tea towels, and this is sorry, it's a hand towel, it's not a tea towel. It's kind of velvety, like a velour type, and yeah, the colour, this is a couple of years old. The colour is still really, really vibrant. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those out again. And the pattern is actually, it's embroidered, so it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So that was really, really nice to buy. And most towels in TK Maxx come in at around £10 for a pair. So it certainly wouldn't have been any more than that. I would have remembered if it was. So yeah, they're the things that I'm looking forward to reusing, but the rest of these things are new, and I'm very excited about these. Now, as you know, I absolutely love bedding. It's one of my greatest joys. I love seeing nice bedding on, and it's just a little luxury, and I try to not buy as much as I did. I did actually get rid of quite a few sets fairly recently. I moved them onto charity shops so that somebody else can benefit from them, and I gave quite a lot away as well. But it is something that I enjoy, and I think, you know, sometimes think if it's something that you really love and you can afford it, and you're not gonna get yourself into any trouble by buying yourself something, then you should just do it and enjoy it. Now, I love bedding from Asda. I think it's fantastic, and the set that's currently on the bed is from Asda, and this is my absolute favourite bedding ever. I love this bedding. I can't tell you how much joy it brings me. It's just the softest, most comfortable bedding. Excuse me. And the pattern, the woodland pattern, is beautiful, and it gives me so much joy when I get this out when the autumn rolls around. Yeah, but this new set that we've bought is from Asda as well, and this is the reversible pumpkin faces bedding, and the back of it is this fabulous orange, like rusty orange with the white polka dots, and I already know it's going to be lovely, because it feels just like this set that I've got on now. It's the same kind of fabric. I will wash it before it goes on the bed, but I just think this is fabulous, and I can't wait for this to go on the bed. But this will probably go on the week before Halloween, because I've got another set that will go on in the meantime, another spooky set. But this is brilliant, and I was so pleased to get hold of this. And yeah, this was, I think this was £12 for a double set with 2 pillowcases. I think the value is amazing, and as I said, it just washes and washes and lasts for ages. So I'm really looking forward to showing you what that looks like closer to Halloween. So that's that one. And I've also picked up some new tea towels, both sets from TK Maxx, because the ones that we got currently are, you know, looking really, really tatty, and this is a special occasion, you know, for us witches. This is a really, really special occasion that we've got coming up. So I think it's nice to have nice bits and pieces to celebrate it with. So I got 2 sets of tea towels. I got the back ones with Boo to You on, and I think they're really cute. They're both the same, pack of 2, and they were £5.99. Most of the tea towels in TK Maxx, or I think it's TJ Maxx in the States, come in at around £6 for a pack of 2, and I think that's brilliant value. And I also got this Ulster Weavers pack of 2 tea towels with the little ghosts and the autumn flowers on, and I just think they're so pretty and, you know, a little bit unusual. I've not seen anything like this. Oh, this is actually a pack of 3. There's the mini print on there, and there's a plain white one that's always going to come in handy, and then there's the slightly bigger print on the 3rd one. And yeah, they're lovely, and they were £7, £6.99 for 3. So that's a great buy. I'm really, really pleased with those. I've also got 2 new little hand towels. These were from Asda. Again, I think their homewares brilliant, and these are a set of 2 little velvety guest towels. I'll probably put one of these, one in the kitchen and also one on the edge of our sink unit in the bathroom. They're beautiful, and they were really, really inexpensive. I'm not sure, I think they were £9 for 2. They certainly weren't any more than that, and yeah, they're lovely. So even if you are not particularly into anything, you know, overly spooky or overly, you know, Halloween-y, they're just a lovely little touch for autumn. I really, really like those, and I'm looking forward to seeing those out and about. When I've put everything out, probably, you know, in a couple of weeks or next week, I'll show you what everything looks like while it's actually in use. So yeah, they're lovely, really, really pretty. And I also got a new bath mat. We've got the pumpkin one, but obviously that's not going to stay down, you know, between now and Halloween. It will need to be changed out and washed occasionally. So we got this one as well, and this again is massive. It's really, really covers a lot of area, you know, and it's so soft and fluffy, and I love the orange against the black and white. This was from Asda again, and this was £10. So yeah, I love that. I think that's fantastic. I love those colours together, and I'm really looking forward to using that. That's lovely. And I've got a couple more home things to show you. The first one is this little ghost mug. I've had him a few weeks. I'd been to the dentist and I called off at Sainsbury's on my way home when I was really, really grumpy because I'd had a filling, and I saw this excuse me, and I loved it, and it was £4, and I thought, you know what, I was a good girl at the dentist, so I'm buying that, and I'm really, really pleased with it. It's so cute, just the right size for a little drink, and yeah, he's lovely. He's going to go out on my shelf in the kitchen with all my other spooky mugs next weekend, and I'll show you what he looks like with all the others. But yeah, he's very, very cute. I love him. And the last home thing that I got was this little glass. And this came from Dunelm, which is a home store that we have here in the UK. And it was £1.25. And I thought, yeah, that's lovely. That's perfect to like bring my bedtime glass of water to bed. I love it. For £1.25, lovely little piece, smiling, grinning pumpkins. And I think that that's fab. And yeah, a nice little addition to my homeware stash. So that's the homeware done. And I think that the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be a little bit of decorative items, decorative pieces. Yeah, so let's crack on with those. Now then, the first thing I want to talk to you about is this little item. Now, I saw these on Sainsbury's website, and as soon as I saw them, I couldn't wait to get to Sainsbury's to see if they got some. And they are the skeleton lights, and these are fantastic. And yeah, there are 10 skeletons on, I think it's about 6 feet long, the actual string, and these are just fabulous. And when we actually got to Sainsbury's and I saw that they got some, I was so excited. Yeah, they were £6.50, and I think that that's just brilliant value, and I'll be able to use these for years. And I think that I'm going to put these on my hallway altar when I decorate for Samhain next weekend. And yeah, they just look absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see them all hanging up. And the detail on these is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I just think they're fabulous. I can't wait to see those hanging on the altar. They're fantastic. I love them. Yeah, they take 3 AA batteries, so you've not got to worry about having them near an electrical socket. But yeah, they're fab. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, I think that Sainsbury's Halloween decorations are the best. I've got in my spook box in the cupboard absolutely loads that I've got from Sainsbury's, and I've had them years and I'm still using them. They're still going strong. Everything's so well made and such good quality. And I love it when Sainsbury's stuff lands in the shop, because it's always fantastic. They've got some really, really nice pieces. And I really like that it's very child friendly as well, because I don't enjoy horror and gore and blood. For me, that's not what Halloween is about, and as a witch, that's not what this season's about. I just think that over the years it's become quite corrupted and become all about, you know, horror and just not very nice stuff. If you're into that, that's absolutely fine. That's, you know, we're all different, we all like what we like. But for me, I don't do horror, I don't do gore. We get dozens and dozens of children coming to our house at Halloween, and when I decorate the outside of our house, I want it to be welcoming, a little bit spooky, but I don't want anybody to not enjoy the experience of coming to my house at Samhain. So the point I'm trying to make is that Sainsbury's, their decorations are lovely, and I think that they're very, very welcoming, very, very cute, and I love them for that. So yeah, that's the lights, and they're brilliant. I love them. Yesterday I picked this guy up. He was from Asda, and I think is he from the Stacey Solomon range? Yes, he is. Yeah, and he's fabulous, and he was £4, and I love him. He's so well made. He's actually, his bits and pieces are actually screwed together, so it's not just, you know, stuck. And his jaw moves, which I think is brilliant. and you know, his arms and elbows and his hands, they all move. And I thought, £4, that's brilliant. I think there was another colour, I can't remember, I could be wrong, but I love him, and I think he might sit on my desk throughout the sewing season. But he's fab, and yeah, I'll be able to use him for years, so he'll be a regular visitor in the autumn. And okay, we have here in the UK, as I've mentioned, we have a shop called Dunelm, which is a fantastic homeware shop, and they have a little Halloween range. It isn't huge, but they do have some nice pieces. I did get that pumpkin glass from there. But I also picked up these two pieces. Now, this is going to go on my front door. This is the little wooden trick or treat sign. And on the back it has the out of treats sign, which I'm really hoping that I don't have to use, because I don't like to run out. But last year I made 50 sweetie bags and treat bags for our local children, and I also had a huge box of loose sweets and treats as well. And every single thing went, so I'm going to need to make more this year, I think. But this is great, and I think this was I think it was like £3.50, something like that. Yeah, oh, it was £3, sorry. Yeah, it's actually on the tag there. So yeah, that was £3, and that's really well made. It's really nice quality, so I'll be able to keep using that for years too. And I also picked up this little guy who's just adorable, this little beaded skeleton, and the detail on him is stunning. And he's kind of velvety, and he's just so cute, and I loved him. And he was, I think he was £3.50. Yeah, he was £3.50. You can just see it on the tag there. I'm not sure where he's going to go. I think he might go on the little tree that I have on my sewing altar. But he's lovely, and I was really glad to pick him up because he's been quite hard to get hold of. They've got others in the range. There's a pumpkin, there's a cat, there's a haunted house, and there's a boo thing. But I loved him. I really wanted him, and I'm glad I managed to get hold of him. Okay, and we've also got a relatively new shop here, and it's called One Beyond. I don't know if you've got one where you are, but they're kind of a cross between, I'd say they're a cross between B&M Bargains and Wilko that we used to have here as well. They've popped up in a few towns, and the one in Chesterfield is brilliant, and they've got an amazing range of spooky decor and autumn decor. Some of it's, you know, really cheap and nasty looking, and it's not something that I'd personally choose, but some of it is really, really nice. And I got this sign to go outside, this Home Sweet Haunted Home. It's nice quality. It's quite thick, kind of, it's not wood, I think it's like MDF or something. But this will last for years, and this was, I think it was £1.50. And yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. I think that looks really cute, especially with the little witch's broom on it. That's lovely. And then yesterday I picked up this little ghost candle holder, and he'll look lovely on our little shelf as you come in through our front door that you've probably seen before, with a little beeswax tea light in him. And he was £1.40, and he was from Poundland, and I picked them up off the shelf. I picked up a few, but I noticed that on some of them there were no holes in the back, so if you put a candle in one of those that hasn't got a hole in it, it will go out, because there isn't enough oxygen getting to the flame. Even though it's got a hole at the front, it will go out. And this has happened to me on loads of occasions where I've bought things like this, and I'm thinking, why is it going out? Why is the candle going out? And that's the reason. So As I said, some of them hadn't got holes, but the one I picked up had. So if you do go to get one of these, just make sure it's got the holes in the back of its head, or your candle will just go out. I mean, you could use it for other stuff, but a candle will not stay lit. Anyway, that's my handy science tip for the day. Yeah, so that was £1.40, absolute bargain. I'll be able to use that for years. And the last home thing that I wanted to talk to you about, now I've mentioned these before, I think I mentioned them in my house tour video, is these wax melts. Now this is from a company called Deadly Wicks, and I've bought quite a few things from this company. They're absolutely brilliant, and I think they have their own website, but they're also on Etsy, and the amount of detail and care that they put in these products is amazing. Now, these are the pumpkin patch wax melts, and they are so cute, and they have a really beautiful kind of excuse me, cinnamony, autumny smell. Now, I have to tell you that I'm not a massive fan of pumpkin fragrances. Excuse me, I'm not, it doesn't really do it for me. I find it really, really sickly. You know, when you go in TK Maxx and they've got all those hundreds of autumn candles out, I can't stand it. It's too much. But this is a really nice subtle smell. It's not crazy overly fragranced, and they're really, really lovely, and I like burning these. Now, because we've got George in our house, our little cat, we tend to be very careful with what we're burning. Although we love candles and incense, we don't tend to burn them around him. So if he's in the bedroom, we'll burn something in the living room, and if he's in the living room, we'll burn something in the bedroom or the hallway, because I don't want him breathing too much in. But these are lovely, and yeah, I would definitely recommend these to give you a little bit of an autumn spice fragrance to your home during the coming season. So that's Deadly Wicks. Yeah, and yeah, I think these are lovely. And I've also got another one that I've mentioned before. This, I know it's not Krampus time. Well, it is. It's always Krampus time, but these are the Krampus ones that I've also mentioned before, and these are a lovely fragrance for autumn too. They're very, yeah, they're very woody, cinnamony, and these are fabulous. And so yeah, Deadly Wicks, if you can get hold of any of their stuff, I'd highly recommend it because it's lovely. So yeah, okay, that's the home stuff done, and the next things I'd like to talk to you about are my autumn favourite books. Autumn is the perfect time to sit down and relax with a fantastic book. Now, one of the things about autumn is that it's been specifically designed by nature as a time for us to be calm and quiet and take some time out and relax. That's how the goddess has actually made sure that we get some time to rest and recover from the year that's gone before. And there's no better thing to do on a chilly autumn evening than sit down with a fabulous book. And I'm very, very lucky that I was recently contacted by the lovely Deb Robinson, who you may know as the creator of Witch Casket. Now, you know that I don't subscribe to any witchy subscription boxes, but I know that a lot of you do, and you have all told me how much you love Witch Casket and how special it is to you, and I think that that's brilliant. If it's something that you love, then it's great, it's money well spent. And when the lovely Deb got in touch with me and asked me if she could send me a copy of her beautiful new book, The Witchery, I was delighted to have a look at it, and she asked me if I would read her book and tell you what I think of it. And I have to tell you that I spent the last few nights going through this lovely book and spending some time with it, and it's absolutely lovely. And what Deb has done is go through an A to Z of witchy and magical terms and explain all about them. Now, I wish that I'd had this when I first set off along the path of the witch. It would have taken so much of the fright out of everything, I think, and the anxiety, because everything is so clearly explained. And I think that this would be a perfect gift for a new witch, or even a witch who's been practicing for a number of years, because there's things in here that even I'd not heard of or thought about. And I think it'd be a perfect gift for anybody setting off along down the path of the witch, especially with the Yule and Christmas season coming up, or even for Samhain if you like to buy somebody a gift for Samhain. So let me show you inside it and I can tell you a little bit more about what's in it. So the book is beautiful. It's hardback and it's got this beautiful foiling on the front that looks so pretty, and the lovely kind of teal colourway continues throughout the book, and it's very clear, very easy to read, and all the way from A to Z, lots and lots of different magical terms, with really clear explanations. And what I really love is that throughout the book, Deb has scattered some really helpful little spells that help you understand more about what you've read in the book. I'm particularly interested in this setting boundaries spell, because as you know, this is something that we spoke about in my last video and how important it is, and it was something that I hadn't been doing and was starting to suffer for it. So this came along at a really, really good time, and I'm definitely going to be using these spells. I think that they're very accessible, really easy to understand, and yeah, I think anybody who's new to witchcraft would find this so helpful. It's just lovely, and I'm so thankful to have been given this opportunity to have a look at it and to tell you more about it. And Deb's asked me to let you know that this book is published on the 15th of October, and you can buy it from all the usual places that you get your books from independent sellers, as well as online from Amazon and from WH Smith and Barnes and Noble if you're in the US. So yeah, I just want to thank Deb for this, for giving me this opportunity, because this is a lovely, lovely book. I'm going to keep going back to this for sure, and I'm really going to enjoy it. And yeah, I hope that it's a big success for her, because I think that this has been a really considered piece of work and it's going to help a lot of people. So if you do end up buying this book, please tell me what you think of it. I'd really love to know. And thank you so much, Deb, for giving me the chance to have a look at it. I will read pretty much anything. I don't mind if it's a book for adults or for kids, and you know, if something speaks to me, I'll pick it up and read it. And I bought this set of books last year and I'm so excited to read them again. And this series is The Adventures of Aveline Jones, and these were written by Phil Hicks, and I can't tell you how much I loved this series. And basically what we've got is a young girl called Aveline, and she loves all things spooky and historical, and she finds herself in a series of adventures involving lots and lots of magic and myths drawn from history, and Phil has really done his research on this and has delivered some really genuine scares. Now, the first two were really spooky. The first one is the haunting of Aveline Jones. The second is the bewitching of Aveline Jones, and the third one is the vanishing of Aveline Jones. And this one scared me silly. I mean, this is a book aimed for kind of 10, 11-year-old kids, and I was really scared. This one was about an encounter with the Fae that I've always found really scary anyway. But and it's not the cute Fae either, you know, it's the scary Fae. And this is brilliant. I love these. I can't wait to read them again. Each one is readable in a couple of nights, or even on a, you know, an autumn afternoon if you've got an afternoon off. But I would definitely recommend giving these a go. These are brilliant, and I can't wait to read them again. And I have kind of an affinity with Aveline because she's got her little bob cut and her little glasses, and she loves her pinafores and stripy tops. So yeah, I identify quite closely with her, and I would love to see more of these stories. I think these are fabulous. I really hope that Phil writes some more, because Aveline's a great little heroine. I think she's fabulous, and I really recommend these if you want to give yourself a little bit of a spooky fright over the next couple of months. Yeah, definitely. And there's another book I want to talk to you about, and this was a present from my lovely husband earlier this week. And this is just, it's absolutely beautiful. Now, you know that, and I know from what people have said to me on this channel, how much we all love the artwork of Jessica Rue. Now, she created the amazing Woodland Wardens Oracle deck that I will forever sing praises of, because it is just the most wonderful card deck that I've ever owned. It's without a doubt, it's just wonderful. It never ever lets me down. And when I saw that this book was out, The Wheel of the Year, written by Fiona Cook and illustrated by Jessica, I was so excited and couldn't wait to get hold of it. And I'm so lucky that Mark bought it for me. And this is stunning. Now, this is aimed at children who are possibly from growing up in a pagan family, and it's explaining to children all about the Wheel of the Year, the cycles of nature, of birth, death and rebirth. And I just think it's wonderful. And as I say, even though it's aimed at children, I just loved it. A couple of the things have brought tears to my eyes because it's just so beautifully written and so beautifully illustrated. And I just think that this would make a great gift for children who are particularly interested in nature, whether or not they're pagan, although it does allude to pagan traditions. But the illustrations and the explanations and the activities in the book are wonderful, and Jessica's artwork just shines throughout it, and every turn of the page is just, it's wonderful. So I've really enjoyed what I've read of this so far, and I can't wait to spend some more time with it. And if you've got this, or if you're planning on getting it, when it arrives, just tell me what you think of it, because I think that this is wonderful, and I just love it, and I'm really looking forward to enjoying this over the autumn. And I think it'd make a brilliant gift as well. It's lovely. It's a really big chunky thing. I think it's about 250 pages. So yeah, there's plenty of reading to be done in this, and I'm going to enjoy some cozy autumn nights with this book. I've got one more book to talk to you about before we move on to sweets and treats. Now, this is Halloween by Silver Raven Wolf, and I bought this book before I even really knew what Samhain was, and before I'd properly started practicing witchcraft, because I was always obsessed with Halloween when I was younger and didn't really know for sure what it was about. But this book definitely taught me a lot about it, and I bought it secondhand, and I have kept it because it just really speaks to me, and I loved it. And it explains about the traditions of Samhain, the traditions of Halloween. There are rituals in here, there's spellcraft, there's poems, and I just love it. I think it's a great fun book. But it is quite serious as well, you know, because it tells us about the importance of the season, the symbology of the season, and what we're actually celebrating when we celebrate Halloween or Samhain. So yeah, this is a great little book, and one that I always enjoy getting down from my shelf, and it's definitely going to be making an appearance on the autumn evenings when I'm having some quiet time, and I'm going to enjoy reading this one again. Right, let's talk about sweets and treats, because it wouldn't be Halloween and autumn without a few little treats to hand round in an evening. Now, if you know me well, you will know that I absolutely love Percy Pig. Now, if you live in the States, or possibly on any other in any other country on earth, you won't have a clue who Percy Pig is. Now, he is a little character from Marks and Spencer's, one of our most beloved shops, and he has a whole range of products. Honestly, you can get all sorts. You can get everything with him on. You know, you can get bedding, towels. He originally started out as a little sweet. That's all he was. But if you've never had a Percy Pig, you've not lived, basically. They are just little pig-shaped faces with the most amazing kind of raspberry and strawberry flavour. He's an institution, and anyway, there's always seasonal variations of Percy's, and my favourite is the autumn version. There was Percy Pumpkins last year, but they've not repeated that this year. But instead we've got Percy Pig's Petrifying Party, and he's kind of multicoloured, fruity flavoured. And the reason I know that is because I've already tested one bag quite extensively. I think there's a couple left, and I'll be testing them later as well. But yeah, so they'll be going in the fridge. The chances of these lasting until Halloween are remote, I'm not gonna lie, but they're gonna be in the shops for quite a while yet. So yeah, I'm gonna be enjoying these. If you can get your hands on some Percy's, please do, because they're just awesome. I love them. I'm 54 and Percy Pig gives me life. I just love him. So yeah, they're fab. They're right at the top of my sweets and treats list. The next thing, and if you live in the US, you'll know all about these, is the Reese's peanut butter pumpkins. I absolutely love peanut butter, and I think these are fantastic. And there's two of these in the pack, the pumpkin shaped ones. Well, there were two. I've tested this as well, so there's only one left. So yeah, I love these, and I will definitely be picking up some more of these during the next few weeks while they're still in the shops, because I love them. Also from Marks and Spencer's, they've got a range of Halloween snacks. Now I've got the salt and vinegar flavour bats and webs, and I've not tried these yet, but no doubt we'll be testing these very soon. But yeah, they've got quite a few different snacks and treats, so we'll be testing these out and offering them round to anybody that comes round and see what they think. But yeah, I love that you can get all this kind of thing. I think it's brilliant, and I just think it adds a little bit more fun to our celebrations. You know, I know we're witches and this is our time of year, but I just love that other people celebrate it. You know, I'm not precious about it at all. I don't mind seeing people dressed up as witches and, you know, other spooky beings, because, you know, so what? Let people enjoy themselves, let people have fun. And if dressing up as a witch is what does it for them, then do it. Whatever, it's absolutely fine by me. Just enjoy. And if a nice bag of munchy snacks helps people enjoy themselves, I'm here for it. I think it's great. Yeah, so I've also started buying the sweets for my goodie bags for the children. I last year I put 50 together, but I'm gonna have to put more together this year, I think. So I've been buying bits and pieces gradually. And I picked up these yesterday. I think these are great. These are little chocolate skeletons. I got these from Poundland, and I've also got these little pumpkins that are gonna go in. I got some trick or treat lolly mix, and I always put a couple of lollies in and a couple of pieces of chocolate and a couple of little toys. So yeah, they're gonna go in, and I've got some Haribo little trick or treat bags as well. These are great because I can just put them straight into the treat bags, and I don't have to count any pieces out, you know, because it's kind of like a little production line. I love it, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love doing it, but it's quite hard work. So yeah, they're going in as well. And there's one more little thing that I like to buy at this time of year, and I know that this is, strictly speaking, it's more of a Christmas thing, but as soon as this hits the shops, I stock up on it because I love it. And it's the Starbucks toffee nut latte excuse me, sachets. And these are fantastic. I actually like these more than the toffee nut latte that you can buy in Starbucks. I think these are great, you know, like for in an evening, just a nice little creamy coffee. They taste amazing. And if you have a Nectar card that you can use in Sainsbury's here in the UK, these are currently on offer with Nectar for £1.50, and I think they're almost £4 without Nectar. So I bought 3 boxes the other day. Yeah, and I love these. I think they're an indulgent little treat, and I'm really glad that it's back in the shops. And I think we are done. It's taken some getting through, so I'm just gonna go and actually make myself a coffee, and then I'll come back and we'll just have a quick chat before we finish. Before we finish, there is one more thing that I need to talk to you about, and I wasn't sure if I was going to talk to you about this little guy because I didn't know what you'd think of me. I mean, I'm 54 when all's said and done, but this little guy is just adorable. And he came from Sainsbury's, and I don't know if he was last year or the year before, but anyway, he's just gorgeous. He's so soft and squishy, and I love him. And the reason that I love him, and bear with me on this, is not only because he's just so adorable, but I have a lot of problems with my hands. I have a lot of pain in my hands, and I think it's come from, you know, 27 years of working on a computer, basically. I get a lot of pain in my hands, a lot of discomfort, a lot of aching, a lot of cramp, and I like to hold this little guy in bed. Because he's so warm and soft, and I find that if I have my hand resting on him, it really helps with the discomfort, and I can't explain it any other way. So during the autumn months, this little guy follows me all over the bed. Every time I turn over, I'll bring him with me and cradle him in my hand, and he's just, as I'm holding him now, I can feel the warmth coming from him. There's just something about him, and I think he was probably about £5. He was so cheap, and I have checked that they've got something similar to this available now, and they have, but I think that he's got, I think his eyes are open and he's got like a pink mouth, I think, but it's the same sort of thing, and the squish is just gorgeous. And he goes in the washing machine and he comes out, you know, looking brand new again. So he was, you know, an absolute bargain, and I love him, and he's so soft and cozy. And I was so pleased to get him out of my box again. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. You know, whatever you think of me, I'm not really bothered, to be honest. It's just something that I love. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about him, and I really hope that you've enjoyed everything else that we've talked about today. And I've mentioned before how I feel about hauls and, you know, lots and lots of shopping in general. And I sometimes feel that lots of people post huge hauls of things just to grandstand and to you know, to show off. And I really hope that that's not how this comes across, because it's the last thing that I would ever want. And I just hoped that showing you these things just gives you a little bit of pleasure and a little bit of enjoyment, and to let you know that there are things out there, if you choose to buy something for yourself that's not expensive. I mean, some of these things are just a couple of pounds, and I mean, the candle holder that I showed you was £1.40, you know. And I really just want people to not ever feel when they come to my channel that they are being shopped at. That's not me at all. One of the things that's been happening recently is that I've been approached by lots of different companies asking me to show their product, and I have so far turned everyone down. The only one that I have agreed to so far is the beautiful book, The Witch in Array, that the lovely Deb offered to send to me to review. And I've done that because it's something that I believe in, and I will only ever showcase people's brands on this channel if it is something that I believe in with my whole heart. And I really hope that that gives you some comfort and some clarity about where I stand on that kind of thing. To be honest, it wasn't something that I ever expected would happen, but it's happening quite a lot. But you know, I'm just like, no, it's that's not me at all. But yeah, I hope that you know, gives you confidence in me as a person and as a witch, and that it gives you some faith in me. And just, you know, just to let you know that I will never ever use this channel as a platform to sell other people's stuff. If it's not something that I already use or believe in with my whole heart. So please, yeah, take some comfort from that. And I really hope that you've enjoyed looking at these bits and pieces, and that it's giving you a bit of pleasure, and it's given me great pleasure to talk to you about them. I'm now going to put it all away until it's time to put it all out. And I hope that you will join me next week when I am decorating my Samhain altars, and I'm so excited about that. This is one of my favourite times, and something that I look forward to so much. And I really hope you'll join me for that, and we'll talk about what I've got on there, why it's there, and some Samhain traditions. And yeah, in the meantime, I hope that you have a really good week. I hope that wherever you are in the world that you are safe. And I know that there's been some horrific weather in some parts of the US, and if you are there, I hope that you and your families are safe and out of danger. And I'm sending you all my love and my very best wishes. So please take care, look after yourselves, look after each other, have a great week. I will see you next week. Keep your light shining, and until we meet again, blessed be.